See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. Chapter 3. The Most Important Other Person. Segment 3. Your Relationship with Others. What is this chapter about? In this chapter 1 we learn how to see others better. In chapter 2, we discovered that we constantly pass on what we carry inside. Now, chapter 3 asks the most personal question of this entire segment. Who is the most important other person in your life? Their answer is surprising to many readers. It is not your boss, not your best friend, not even your parents. The most important other person in your life is your spouse or life partner. And more broadly, the person you share your daily life with most closely. This chapter is Ziglar's deep and practical guide to building relationships. The truly last relationships built on respect, understanding, genuine love, and mutual growth. Why this relationship matters most. Ziglar begins with a simple but powerful observation. Of all the relationships in your life, the one you share with your closest partner affects everything else most deeply. When that relationship is healthy and strong, you go to work feeling confident and supported. You handle pressure and difficulty with greater strength. You sleep better, feel better, and think more clearly. You are more patient with your children. You are more generous and kind with everyone around you. But when that relationship is broken, cold, or filled with conflict, everything becomes harder. Your work suffers, your health suffers, your children feel this tension. Your joy disappears even when everything else in life seems fine. Ziglar says this is not an accident. We were designed for deep connection. When our closest relationship is right, it becomes the fuel that powers everything else in our lives. The biggest mistake in close relationships. Ziglar identifies one mistake that destroys more relationships than almost anything else. Taking the other person for granted. It happens slowly, almost invisible, in the beginning of a relationship. People are attentive, thoughtful, and intentional. They notice each other, they appreciate each other, they make a real effort. But as months become years, sometimes something shifts. The effort fades, the attention withers. the appreciation stops being spoken. People begin to assume the other person now knows how they feel without ever showing it or saying it. Ziegler says this is deeply dangerous. People do not just need to be loved, they need to feel loved. They need to hear it, see it, and experience it in real, tangible ways, regularly, consistently, and deliberately. When those expressions stop, the person does not simply stay natural, they begin to feel invisible, unimportant, unloved, even if love is still genuinely present in the heart of their partner. The language of appreciation. One of the most practical sections of this chapter is Ziglar's decisions of how to show appreciation in a close relationship. He says appreciation must be specific, not just "you're great," but "I noticed how patient you were with the children tonight. That means to me a lot." Specific appreciation shows the person you're truly paying attention to them. Frequent, not saved for special occasions, but wove into the ordinary fabric of daily life. A world of thanks at breakfast, a genuine compliment in the afternoon, a moment of acknowledgement before sleep, sinker coming from a real place in your heart, not performed out of habit or obligation. People have a very sensitive detector for insecurity. Empty words are almost words, no words at all. Unexpected, the most powerful moments of appreciation often come when the person is not expecting them. A note left somewhere, surprising, a kind word spoken in front of others, a small gesture of on an ordinary Tuesday for the special reason at all. Understanding, not just agreement. Ziegler makes a distinction in this chapter that many people miss. He said that healthy, close relationships does not require two people to agree on everything. That would be impossible and actually quite boring. What it requires is something deeper and more valuable, genuine understanding. To understand someone means you listen to them without planning your response. You try to see the world through their eyes. You accept that their feelings are real and valid. Even when you see things differently, you honor their perspective even when you do not share it. Ziegler says most arguments in close relationships are not really about the topic being argued. They are about one or both people feeling misunderstood. Even in disagreement, the emotional temperature drops immediately, the defensive metal melts, the walls calm down. Understanding is more powerful than winning an argument, and it costs nothing except the willingness to truly listen. The danger of criticism in close relationships. Ziglar is very direct about the damage that constant criticism does not a close relationship. He says that in the early stages of a relationship, people accept each other's differences with warmth and even delight. Isn't it funny how different we are? But over time, those differences can become sources of irritation, and irritation, if not managed, becomes criticisms. And criticism, if it becomes constant, becomes one of the most destructive forces in any relationships. Why is criticism so damaging in a close relationship? Specifically, because stronger things are briefly and phrase. A criticism from the person who knows you most intimately, who you trust with your heart, cuts to the very core. Ziglar says the attendant to criticism is not pretending problems do not exist. It is learning to address issues with love rather than attack, speaking about behavior rather than attack, speaking about behavior than character. Saying, I felt hurt when, rather than you always or you never. Making time the non-negotiable. Ziglar is very practical and direct about something that many people resist hearing: a close relationship reduce. Hearing uh, the detected, protected, consistent time. Not leftover time, not accidental time, chosen, intentional, prioritized time. He says that in the business of modern life, careers, children, responsibilities, screens, and endless direction. The relationship with the most important person in your life can quietly starve for attention while you are busy doing other things. You must schedule time together the way you schedule important meetings. Protect it fiercely. Guard it from the hundred other things that will always complete for it. Because here is the painful trust. Ziglar says nobody on their deathbed wishes that you had spent more time at the office. They wish they had spent more time with the people they loved most. Do not wait until the end. of your life to realize this. Choose it now while there is still time to live it.